Hi, everyone. Welcome to a Dream Team Chat on a Tuesday. We are so excited to see all of you and to chat about something that I feel like we say this every week, but something that we really love. Like topics that we're picking are not just things that we feel like are helpful and resourceful for everyone, but they're also topics that we do feel passionate about. And so tonight's topic is no different. Tonight we're talking about customer groups. And so I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten questions or um, just like infuriating about what is going on inside of a customer group or what's it look like, or how do I manage my customer group? What are you posting? How do I stay consistent? Things like that. And so we kind of just wanted to do like, we know we have new people. Hi, new people. We just kind of wanted to do like a brief overview run through of what our customer groups look like. We run it pretty much the same way in both of our customer groups. And so we wanted to give a brief overview of how we run it and just provide a little bit of insight there because we find that customer groups, and I'll define that in just a second, but we feel like customer groups are super, super helpful and can be incredibly vital to a Scentsy business as far as social media goes. And so the reason for that, and a customer group, what I'm talking about is a VIP group, but basically a group intended for your customers on Facebook. Okay, so it's a place where your customers gather. It's a private, closed group where the main topic of conversation is Scentsy, right? It's your space that you have created for your customers to be able to share Scentsy. And so, with that being said, I do want to kind of just share that one of the rules that I kind of like to follow for my own business is with a customer group. I created that group day one of joining Scentsy. Okay. So that group has been alive and well. Nothing has changed as far as me closing that down and creating a new one, nothing like that. So that group has been alive and well for 6-ish years. Okay. People have come and gone, whatever, the numbers have fluctuated, but that group has stayed the same as far as when it was created. And I created that group so that I could have the people who are interested in Scentsy at the time when I started, right before I had customers, the people who were interested in Scentsy, and then thereafter, my customers be a part of a group where they opted in voluntarily, okay, and they said, I want to be in this group where I am of the understanding that you are just going to be talking about Scentsy. And so when I stepped into that group and I said, okay, I'm going to be posting Scentsy content, I needed it to look different than any content that I was posting outside of the Scentsy group. Therefore, on my personal Facebook page, you're not going to see the same content that I'm putting in my VIP group, right? Because I want people to be able to I don't want people to be able to see the same thing that's on my personal Facebook page in my VIP group, because then what's the point, right? If I'm posting the exact same thing in both places, then there's no reason for them to be a part of that group. But also, with that being said, there's some content that I put inside my VIP group that is super intentional, right? Because inside my VIP group, in my customer group on Facebook, my sole goal is to provide value in terms of my business. And from a consultant to a customer perspective, that value can look different day to day, right? So sometimes it's value of the greatest form of value that they get that day is like a recipe that I'm cooking for dinner, right? And it's just like the place that they can go for a recipe. Some days I'm asking if anybody needs prayer, and that's the greatest source of value. Launch days, it's here's what's launching, here's what's new in the Scentsy world, here's what you're not going to see, or that you didn't see yesterday because it's brand new today. And so the value varies in my Scentsy group, but make no mistake that I am intentional with the content that I put in there outside of the Scentsy customer consultant relationship, because I'm also trying to build relationships with these people. And so when I'm posting things like recipes, or I'm posting things like how can I pray for you, or pictures of my kids that have nothing to do with Scentsy, or I'm posting about friends or a book I'm reading or anything of that, Alex posted about like going to the gym and stuff like that. That's building relationships with our customers. That's creating connectors for our customers outside of Scentsy, because they are in that group knowing dang well that I'm the Scentsy consultant, right? I am their Scentsy gal. That's why they're there. Okay. But a customer group for me is that place where they are all there and I have their attention, right? You have people's attention and you may say, well, they don't, I don't get many eyes on my VIP group, or they're not looking at my post or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that you have everybody there collectively, and you need to act as if all eyes are on you. Right. So the content that you are putting in your group, you need to ask yourself, what value is this adding? Is it adding relational value, or is it adding business value? Right? Am I posting this to share the information in hopes of getting a sale, or am I posting this information because it's informative, right? Scentsy wise, like, did you know we have colored bulbs? Or did you know about cleanups? Or did you know we have this bundle and save, right? Those are informational posts and content that I can provide for my customers that they may not know. That's valuable, right? Or am I posting things that are new and exciting, and that as their Scentsy consultant, it's my job. It's my job to provide them this information. They are there to know more about Scentsy and to be up to date on the information. And so that's my job to provide it. Or am I posting these funny gifts, or asking for recipes, or talking about prayers, or talking about whatever, the new show that people are watching or what book they're reading? Like, am I posting that for relational value? Right? Because I want people to comment back. I want us to have a conversation. I want to know more about the customers that are residing in my group. Right? And so I think all of that collectively, you get this picture of a really well-rounded community. And so, like, if you look at our True Life page, right, and you think to yourself, I really love this community. I really love how uplifting it is. I really love the stickiness of it. I love that we're, responsive and cheering each other on, and that it's a safe space. You can replicate that in your customer group. And in fact, I would encourage that, right? Because social media can be such like a wild, chaotic place, right? In the matter of 5 minutes, I can scroll through my news feed and go from like people who I love dearly from the church, and they're posting these beautiful like scripture quotes and things that are coming up and whatever. And then I can scroll 30 seconds later and find friends that are fighting about some political thing, right? And then I can scroll a little bit further and find people posting pictures of their babies and pregnancy announcements. And it's like the wild ride of emotion sometimes going through social media. And you can ride that wave and be exhausted by it. And I'll be honest, that's most days for me on social media, right? But what I want my customer group to be for my customers is when they get a notification that something happened in my group, that I posted something or whatever, I want them to be able to go, and I want them to be able to scroll for a minute and have it not feel heavy, right? I want it to be fun. I want the pictures to be captivating and pretty. I want them to see pictures of my kids. I want them to see pictures of my face, of my warmers, of my house, of my food, like the books that I'm reading. I want it to be a place where the emotion that they're feeling is connection, right? Or excitement, or loved, or just happy. I don't want to ride the waves of like blah, 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 all over the place, because we get enough of that on social media. And so with that being said, I think that it's important for inside your customer group for you to obviously have a level of authenticity, but to keep it positive. Okay, so to be completely transparent, a couple weeks ago, I was having a really hard, probably like 2 weeks. Like, I was just not in a good headspace. I was feeling like super sad about things that were going on, and I just wasn't feeling like myself. I didn't have any creativity going on. And there was a level of authenticity that I absolutely brought to my customer group, where I said, I obviously didn't share all the like deep, dark things that were happening, but I did share some of the things that I was sad about. And I not only shared it, but then I asked for prayers. I asked for them to pray for me. And I was authentic in, hey, I'm having a hard day. I'm having another hard day, or today was a little rough, or I'm feeling tired, but I'm here. and I'm excited to share this with y'all. Like, this is my happiness for today or whatever. But there's that level of authenticity where I'm not trying to bring the room down, but I am being real with them because that's relational, right? Not everything is always happy go lucky. Not everything is rainbows and butterflies. Not everything is I'm feeling great today, right? We're going to get sick. We're going to have a baby. We're going to move. We're going to have off days. We're going to be on Thanksgiving break and Christmas break with our families. And we're not going to be like trying to keep up. And we're going to talk more about what that looks like as far as like breaks go, since we're getting closer to the holidays. But inside your customer group and on social media, just across the board, I think that it's a really great rule of thumb to show up as your best self, right? And that looks different. That can look different day to day, right? So when I was showing up in that week on social media where I was just like, wow, I really just don't feel like myself, my best self was way lower than usually my best self, but I was still choosing to be like, okay, I am going to do everything I can to put something positive on this today. I'm going to tell them how I feel, but I'm going to end it on a positive note, or I'm just going to keep pushing through. Right? So showing up as your best self does not mean faking it. Showing up as your best self says, I am going to be my best authentic person today. And maybe that's a 50%, but it's going to be on the other side of gloomy doomy, right? Because social media can already feel so heavy. And being real with people, but not bringing the room down, there's a difference. And so I say all of that, right, on a day-to-day basis because that matters, but also in the heat of the moment situations where something sells out really fast and you didn't get the room spray bundles from the flash sale that happened this weekend, or the wax bars or whatever. I don't remember what it was. When that happens, the attitude that you have led with prior to that happening, if you choose to continue to present that same attitude, you're going to get the same reaction back. And what I mean by that is, I have never, ever, and trust me, I lost out on sales on Friday. People who wanted stuff. I didn't take pre-orders, but I have lost out on my fair share of pre-orders, things launching. I didn't get it. Okay. I've lost out on PRV. I have been right there with you. Alex, same thing. Okay. We have both lost out on massive amounts of PRV before. But the reality of it is that we take a moment, and we have never gone back to our customers and been like, this freaking sucks. I can't believe how fast it sold out. It should be limited. Scentsy shouldn't do this anymore. Blah, 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 blah. Never.
I would never.
I would rather crawl into a hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I would never do that. I would never do that to my customers, and I would never do that to y'all. Okay. I would never do that to y'all because I want to practice what I preach. If I'm going to tell y'all to act some way, then I'm going to act that way. Right. And my attitude just naturally isn't bent like that. I know that's not the case for everybody, but I'm just not naturally that person. But also with my customers, what you put out is what you're going to get. Okay. So I'm not saying you can't be disappointed. I'm not saying you can't have a bad day. I'm not saying you can't share that with your people, but the way that you present it matters. And it's a lot like, most of you are parents, most of you are moms, and can relate to this. But when you're having a conversation with your kids and they snap back with you with a snappy comment, right? Most of the time, it's not about what they said. It's about the tone in which they used, right? And so we can take that same method and apply it to how we respond to things with our customers. And so you can say something and the tone completely change how it feels, right? So you can be like, oh man, I'm really sorry, you guys. I tried really hard to get those room spray bundles, but they sold out so fast. Like, I do feel super grateful that Scentsy is like so sought after that things sell out, but I am really bummed. Let me know how I can make this better. We can do this. We can, I can order this for you for the same price, whatever, right? So you're still expressing that you are equally frustrated, right? That you're sad that you missed out for them, but you're also providing a solution. And in the midst of that, you're up talking your company by saying how awesome it is to have a company. You recognize how awesome it is to have a company that sells out of things. Like, think about it. Scentsy is 20 years old and is selling out of things within minutes. 20 years later, like, that's incredible. It may not feel incredible when you're the one who's not getting it, but trust and believe that's good news for Scentsy as a whole. Okay. So
can I add to that?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. So like, and also on the other end of that, like sharing your excitement will also create excitement too. So like, there are many times in my customer group where like a launch happens and I'm really not into it. Like, to be honest, Star Wars, not really my thing, right? Like, I really could care less, honestly, but I know I've got some Star Wars customers, so I'll ooh and ah over a warmer or a product or whatever with them. Cool. Okay. But let me tell you, Gretchen, this gingerbread buddy, like, I'm so smitten by her. She's so freaking cute. She's so freaking soft. She just makes me happy. I just really, really like her a lot. She's so cute. I think, honestly, one of the cutest buddies we've had in years. And so I am sharing that with such zest and such excitement and such like heart eyes, you guys. And the way that I share that attitude with my customers, like, they're also in love with Gretchen, the gingerbread teddy bear.
Yeah.
Because that attitude is contagious. So whether it's a positive or a negative attitude, the approach that you come to with your customers, the attitude that you have is the attitude they're going to adopt as well. So also with that, find the things that you love so much and that you're so passionate about and your favorite things, and talk those things up, right?
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Like, all the time.
Every day.
Right? So like, talking about the disappointment and stuff is really important, but like, also the attitude of excitement and joy.
That needs to be 1% of your content.
Right.
1%.
Yes, the disappointment and the sellout.
Yes.
Right? The rest is the zest for these products that you love the most.
And I also will say, I actually don't post on my customer group. Like, if I've missed out on something, I don't make a post saying I missed out on this. I will private message my people, that message that I just said. I'll private message them. And then on my customer group, I'll just put sold out
and move on.
That went fast. Yeah. And then move on to whatever else. Right. So I actually don't even do that because I don't want to create any room for negativity. If your joy and overwhelming zest and excitement for other things is so big, there's not going to be room for negativity. It's like, sorry, negativity, there's no room for you here. You've got to go, you know? But going back to what you said, tell the story about your lady from your group and what she said about your social media.
Oh, okay. So
this is a great example.
Yeah. So on Wednesdays, I go to church, and I don't talk about Scentsy at church ever, never have. But through getting to know some of the ladies at my church, I have added them on Facebook, or they've added me. And so they kind of like see and interact. And one requested to join my VIP group from me posting on my personal page. Never bought Scentsy from me at all. But last week when I went there, she's like, she like stopped me. I was like coming in to go sit down. She's like, Alexx, I just have to say, I love seeing your posts on social media. Like, you're so encouraging, and kind. And I really love how you bring the Lord into the things that you're doing. And I just really enjoy, she said, I look for your posts every morning. And then she said, and I don't even like fragrance, but you have me wanting to buy Scentsy. And I'm like, well, my job here is done. And so they were asking, she was asking for scent suggestions because she isn't really into fragrance. And then someone also in my little small group overheard, and she's like, oh, I want to support your business. Like, can you bring me some stuff too? And so it's just like magic, honestly, how well Scentsy can become part of your life, and in your lifestyle, that people want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Truly, it's like a moth to a flame.
Yes.
Right? The brighter you shine, the more you're going to attract.
Yeah.
And that doesn't just go for customers, right? That's going to go for teammates. That's going to go for community. That's going to go for the people you want to be around. Whatever you're putting out is exactly what's going to come back. And so, yeah, that's such a great example. So I've kind of covered everything. The last thing that I'm going to touch on, which I feel like is almost one of the most important things that I want to like super drive home with you guys with customer groups, because this can be such a scary, pivotal moment for a lot of people. In fact, I just saw a discussion with other leaders talking about like, do I just totally take away my customer group because it's crickets? Because nobody's liking anything, nobody's commenting anything. I'm posting interaction posts like, tell me what you made for dinner, and nobody says anything. So I guess I should just throw the baby out with the bathwater and call it a day, right? And I understand that mindset, right? Because we live in an instant gratification world where we live in a very click happy, doing it for the likes, doing it for the comments, doing it for the clout. Like, I get that. I understand it, but the reality of it is that's not how you should view your business and or how it functions, right? Because hear me when I tell you, your social media as it pertains to your business is a tool in your business. It should not be the means in which is driving your business and your sales. It should not be the main way that you are getting sales. It should not be the only tool that you are using to build your business, period, point blank. Social media is a free marketing tool for you to use in your business, to have more eyes on your business, to grow relationships, to reach people you wouldn't otherwise reach. Like, there are a lot of ways that you can use social media that are absolutely brilliant. But what you can't do is say that it is the driving force for your business. Therefore, if social media is not working, we're just going to scrap that.
And I was going to say, that's the mentality that has people quitting 2 or 3 months in.
Yes.
Is that, oh, no one's liking, no one's commenting, no one's buying from the moment I post on social media, so I'm out.
Yep. And that it's just, now it's not right. However, I think that sometimes it's about what you're posting. Sometimes it's about the content, right? So I would say first, look at your content, everything that I described. Also, let me be very clear. I don't post flyers. I don't post graphics. Okay. I post real life pictures. And if I don't have a real life picture, like of the TIE Fighter, I did post a graphic, but I also posted real life pictures with it of other Star Wars things, right? So let me just say, sometimes it can be your content. Are the things that you're posting sounding like you, right? Are you posting real life pictures? Are you posting pictures of your face, right? Are you going live every once in a while? Are you interacting with your customers? All of those things. But if you are doing all of that, right? If you are making a diligent effort and you are being consistent, because that's another key thing, right? My customer group, I've had it for over 6 years. She's had hers for over 8 years. Not a single day has gone by that I have not posted in my customer group. Not a single day. I have been sick, right? I have moved across the country. I have done things, lots of things, but not a single day has gone by that I have not posted at least once, probably more than that, in my VIP group. So my customers just know that I am going to post something in my VIP group at least once. So I am consistent to a fault for my VIP
like
group.
Even on vacation, even on Christmas.
Yep.
Even in the summer when her kids are going crazy.
When I'm going crazy.
Like every day.
Every single day. So consistency matters as well. Okay. Because algorithm, and then also your customers knowing what to expect, right? If my customers can expect that I'm going to post something, they're going to go and find me, right? The biggest thing is, in my opinion, I am not posting stuff for likes and comments. I'm not posting in my group for likes and comments. Do I want likes and comments? Of course I do. Build up algorithm, helps people see it, I get to know who's engaging with my content. When you like something, it says, hey, I resonate with that, or I like it, or I approve of this, or whatever. Like, I like that. Do I want comments? Yeah, I want to know what you thought. Yeah, please respond to this. Yes, of course I want likes, loves, comments. Yeah, I want interaction, but that's not the reason that I'm posting it. Right? Again, it goes back to your intention when you're making up that post. What is my intention? Is it to provide value? Yes. Is it for likes and comments? No, it's not. I am posting this content for value, whatever that may look like, whatever definition of value is there. But I'm also posting it for sales. Okay. Likes and comments are not paying my commission. I could give a rip about a like or a comment. But when I follow up with that customer 2 days later after posting something and I say, hey, do you need a Rax refill? I'm placing an order today. I can get you something, whatever. And they say, yeah, that warmer that you posted the other day, the Christmas tree warmer, the warmer of the month, I think it is. Can you add that to my order? Oh, you mean the post that you didn't comment on or like on? Yeah, I can add that, right? It goes back to that idea that people are always watching.
Mhm.
And people will get frustrated because now Facebook allows you to see who sees it, right? 57 people saw this, not a single like, and you can get real down about that. Or else you can say that's 56 pairs of eyes that saw this post. And now what you can do is follow up with those 56 people over the span of the next week and make some sales off of it, right? So likes and comments do not equate failure or success in your business, right? There are a lot of people who have a lot of likes and comments on their Scentsy posts that do not have the sales that I do, okay? Because it goes beyond my Facebook group. That literally is just a tool that I am using. It is not how I am driving my business. It is not the means in which I am relying on for my PRV or my commissions. I'm relying on relationships and I'm relying on my own systems that I put in place to be able to follow up with my customers, to be able to book parties, to be able to network, to be able to build relationships. Like all of those systems built my business. My consistency built my business, not these likes and comments. Okay. So before you go and want to throw it all away, I would advise you not to under those circumstances, because it just isn't, it's not the purpose of your VIP group. If you change your mindset on the purpose of it, I think one, it releases some weight off of you, right? Because you don't feel pressured to like get the likes and comments because you think it might lead to a sale, right? Your purpose is to add value, right? And you get to decide, is it relational? Is it informational? Is it comedic? Like whatever it is, you get to decide what that value is. And then you use your systems to follow up on that, which would be following up, right? Having outside conversations on social media. Because I've never closed a deal on Scentsy through comments.
Yeah.
Like somebody says, oh, I want this. Okay, I'm going to text you.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to message you. Like I've never been like, okay, send me the payment on Venmo,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Like,
And
okay,
then,
do you need anything else?
yeah, like
Yeah,
never
no.
closed a deal on comment.
Yeah.
It's always through private message. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where it should be landing. So that's my content spiel on customer group.
Yep.
And how I run it. So Alex is going to take over with.
Yeah, let me give you guys some tangible ideas and tips that you can use what Brianna said and the encouragement there and the broad overview of what a VIP group should be. And let me help you break it down into how you can share your content. Okay. This is something Bri and I started doing maybe a little over a year ago. We started being very intentional about the types of content we're posting. And we did this as a gift for ourselves to give us some clarity on what we're posting. So we're not just like every day waking up like, oh gosh, what are we going to post about today? Because there were many of those days.
Yes.
And then also for our customers, because this strengthens our brand as a Scentsy consultant, posting this way. It gives our customers some intention. They, after time, know what they're seeing, right? They can expect some of the things that we're posting about because we do it on a very regular basis. So this actually is a system that we use in our customer group. And it kind of grew over time, and that is our themed days. And we've talked about this briefly in the past, but our theme days have been a really great way for us to just walk into our customer group for the day with intention. And so every day has a different theme, and we almost always stick to that theme somehow. Okay. And there's ways to kind of like circle in some products to fit those themes. And so I'm going to talk about that. You guys might be familiar with some of them, like Tip Tuesday, right? Or Team Tuesday, what we do over on the team page. So we kind of take that same energy and we go and do that in our VIP groups. Okay. So starting with Mondays, Bree and I do things like must have Monday, and we hashtag it must have Monday. Or if it's a new Disney launch or something, maybe Magic Monday. Okay. And so just some ideas for must have Monday is that gingerbread teddy bear that I put on my bed and post. Love this bear so much. It is so cuddly and sweet. And look at this little gingerbread friend it has, matching his jammy or matching her jammies, making this my first must have Monday for the day. Right. Later on, you can do a festive 6-pack, right? You could do this little cute gingerbread tabletop fan is my little office companion, helping me get some work done, making it my next must have Monday feature for today. Holiday wax pack. Any LTOs that are still available, right? You can circle in that this is a must have Monday for anyone who has Star Wars fans in their lives, right? So you can put pretty much anything in that must have Monday category. For me, it's things I love, things I'm using, or things I think will be hot sellers. Like right now it's Christmas time. So giftable things. Okay. Tuesday is easy. It's Tip Tuesday. So I'm sharing cotton cleanups, colored bulbs, warmer stands, bundle and saves, hosting a party, right? All these tips of things that my customers can do. So throughout the day, I'm sharing some tips. Tuesday is Tip Tuesday. Wednesday is Wax Wednesday, Warmer Wednesday. So I'm reminding my customers to change their wax, sharing the warmers that I have in my house, sharing the warmer of the month, sharing LTO warmers, sharing product launch warmers, all the things. You could also do Wall Fan Wednesday, change the pods and do some wall fans. You could do Whiff Box Wednesday, share the Whiff Box or the perk of having a whiff box, right? Get creative. What product? Wash or whiff Wednesday. You could do laundry on Wednesday and do wash or whiff Wednesday. Okay. Just funny play on words, but make it reoccurring. And so your customers can look forward to that and they can play along too, right? So that's Wednesday, super fun and easy, right? Wax and warmers, so easy. Thursday has been a fun one for us, and we do Thrifty Thursday. So there we can share items that are on clearance, right? And we've been focusing on Christmas items on clearance or giftable items on clearance, right? And you'll see how it's Christmas time. So we're using our themes, but we're theming it still to meet Christmas demand, gifts and decorating and fragrance, right? And then come New Year's, it'll be fresh and clean stuff that we're advertising. And come Valentine's Day, it'll be cute little gifts that we can do, right? But make it thrifty. So clearance items, bundle and save items, the sale that's launching the next day, we might mention it. What else? The warmer of the month, the scent of the month, hosting a party, being a consultant and getting paid on your purchases. These are all thrifty things that we can add value to our customers. And then we put it in Thursday because then we know it's thrifty. We can talk about it then, and it fits into our schedule quite nicely. Okay. And then Fridays, another one of my favorite days is Favorite Friday, or this time of year, Festive Friday. Okay, so again, I'm sharing that gingerbread bear again. I'm sharing, my favorite wax pack. I'm sharing the warmer of the month again. I'm sharing another Christmas warmer. I'm sharing scent circles as a teacher gift, right? Anything that you can kind of envelope into what's a favorite or what's festive and throw a hashtag on it, okay? Saturday is Showcase Saturday. So that could be I'm cleaning my bathrooms and I'm using the bathroom cleaner and I'm showcasing this bathroom cleaner because it's so awesome. Or it could be we have awesome new products launching on Monday. So I'm going to showcase some of the products that are launching and try to collect some orders. It could be that I'm showcasing this business and sharing business tips for anyone who might want to join, right? Whatever I feel like showcasing that Saturday, whatever feels appropriate, I'm going to showcase it on Saturday. Okay. And then Sunday we've been doing for a while, Scentsy Club Sunday. So every Sunday I'm sharing perks to Scentsy Club that you can get bricks, that you can get the whiff box half off, that it's 10% off at $30, that you can lock in your favorites. I'm sharing what other what my customers are putting in their Scentsy Club, right? So Scentsy Club Sunday is a really awesome day to share value. And it's every single Sunday. So I recognize that Scentsy Club is a huge part of my business. It's an area that I really want to grow. So every single Sunday I am focusing on Scentsy Club Sunday. Okay. And then rinse and repeat then it's the next week and I'm doing must have Monday again, right? Or I'm doing Magic Monday because we have new products launching that are in our Disney collection or whatever. And then Tip Tuesday, Wax Wednesday, Thrifty Thursday, Festive Friday, all over again and again and again, rinse and repeat. I always know. So like tomorrow I know it's Wax and Warmer day. So I'm finding pictures, posting pictures, taking pictures of my waxes and warmers. Okay. And it just takes the planning. It takes a level of the planning off of my plate.
Right.
Because I don't have to think about what am I posting about today. It's okay, it's Tip Tuesday. So what tips am I sharing today? I already know the theme, right? So that's made it very helpful. I know for me and for you both to just be able to knock out some posts based on the theme. So, and you can do it however it works for you, right? If you, you know, if you want to do Fan Friday and share our fan products on Fridays, right? You can do it however you want, but think about the theme days because I think it makes it very easy. And a side note, like Bree and I even do this like on the leadership side of things, right? So like Monday is our customer day. So we're doing all this customer stuff, mailings, follow-ups, closing orders, and then Tuesday is team day, right? Wednesday is back to customers, right? And so we kind of theme our business as well. And so just having this laid out and done for us just takes that extra brain power away from it, right? The less decisions you have to make, the easier it is to move forward. And so that kind of just takes that off of our plate for us. And so that's been really helpful. But I wanted to also give you guys some other like tangible tips when it comes to your VIP group. Because like, know that I completely understand that committing to a VIP group, like it is work. It takes your time. It takes your intention. It takes your consistency. And that is, like I understand, like it is something that I have to intentionally put thought into every day, is my VIP group. How am I going to show up? What am I going to post? What does that look like? Right. And so, I can be transparent and say like, sometimes I get burnt out. Sometimes it is just not that exciting and fun to come up with another week's worth of content. Okay. And so my first tip for you guys is to pace yourself. You can decide that you could decide right now that you want to revamp or start a VIP group. Okay. And I think that's good and great and right to do. Just based off my own personal business. I love my VIP group. I really do. But don't set yourself up for success by saying, okay, I'm going to create a VIP group and tomorrow I'm posting in it 12 times. And then I am tired of it. And I forgot about it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday, oh, it's Monday again. Oh yeah, my VIP group. And then you post in it 6 times. And then that was a lot of work. And so then you're not doing it for the rest of the week. That is the exact opposite of everything that we are talking about today. I would recommend not to do that. Okay. I would recommend to pace yourself. If you are revamping or starting in general, start with 2 or 3 posts a day. Okay. Morning, afternoon, night. Great. Super good. Okay. You can always build on it, but what you don't want to do is go hard and then forget about it. Okay. You can always build up to be consistent at a different level, but you want to at least be consistent at a starting level. Yeah. Okay. So pace yourself. Okay. You do not have to eat the whole elephant. You take it a bite at a time. And so, your VIP group is very much like a bite at a time type of thing. Yeah. Okay. And to help you do that, I would really recommend like planning the upcoming week ahead. Hopefully those theme days help you. If they don't, or even if you do want to do the theme days, I want to really, encourage you to sit down, whether it be Sunday night or Monday morning, and saying, okay, what am I going to post? Like, what are some tips for sure that I want to talk about? Like, what's coming to my mind right away? What are some must-have things that I could take pictures of and do? You know, what's coming to my mind, and jot that down. Put it on sticky notes if you have to. Planning out your content is a really good thing. There's some content calendars out there too. Our girl Val, if you just search content calendar, she's been posting content calendars, editable ones for us every month for the last few months, which is really appreciated. And so, planning out a content calendar is a good business decision to do. Okay. Also, what I really love about VIP groups, okay, this is not a page. This is not like a business page. This is just for groups on Facebook, is that you can actually schedule out your content. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but you can schedule it to post for days or hours later, which is really helpful. So I know, and it's not something I do every single time, all the time, because even sometimes I fly by the seat of my pants, you guys. But in general, like what I'll usually do is like post a morning post, and that's usually like authentic, not Scentsy related. It's usually like a selfie of me or a picture of my kids, or maybe my bed or my fresh or my buddies or me at the gym or whatever, right? So I'll do my morning post, and then I'll kind of establish what am I posting about today, and I'll try to go schedule out as many posts as I can. And I know what I know about myself is that once my kids get home from school, it's a literal hot freaking mess over here. And so what I start doing is I start posting for later. So my first post of the day is usually scheduled for like 7 or 8 at night, because I know like that's when it's hardest for me to sit down on my phone and write a post. So let me just get that one done. And then I'm going to kind of work backwards. I'm going to do the next one for like 6 p.m. and then like 3:30 or 4 p.m. Right. And then I kind of fill in the gaps, but that gets my evening stuff done to where I'm not literally ghosting my customers. Like my last post is at 2 o'clock, and then they don't hear from me till the next morning because like my kids just
Sucked your time.
truly just like killed the rest of my evening with their needs.
Chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So scheduling your posts is really great. And we do this a ton when we go on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we have family time that we know we want to be intentional with, right? So we're not ghosting our VIP group. We're preparing our VIP group by scheduling posts for the time that we're not going to be online.
Right.
And that's very important to maintain consistency.
Yeah, it really is. And just really let that like sink in. And if you want to try out this method, Thanksgiving is around the corner. So give yourself the week that you have and start scheduling out posts for the couple of days that you know that you're going to be busy with your family. You're going to be traveling, you're going to be cooking, you're going to be hanging out, and you're just going to want to relax.
Yep.
So maybe you're like, okay, well, I got to figure all this out, but I can know that I'm going to be absent these 4 days.
Yep.
So let me get some content scheduled for then. Right. And like piggybacking off what she said, we go pretty hard in our VIPs most of the time. We're doing like 4 to 6 posts minimum in our VIP groups a day. Again, know where we are in our business now, right? 6 years, 8 years. But during holidays, vacations, things like that, we're talking like 3, 4.
Yep.
Maybe, right? Because most people are with their families too.
Yep.
Right. So if they're hopping on social media, it's usually to post a picture, post some pictures, whatever, and they might scroll for a couple of minutes. So I'm not expecting people to be on there like, oh, what is Brianna posting about today? What can I buy off her site today? You know? And so I am doing that. The value there, or the intention there, is just to make sure they still see my face.
Yep. To be consistent.
Right. I need to do that more for me and my business, rather than my customers and what they're getting from it.
Yep.
But it's still intentional, still valuable.
Yep.
But it's definitely not at the level that I'm doing it on a regular basis.
Yep.
So again, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So if you want to test out the scheduling thing, getting your footing, now would be a good time to start preparing for that.
Yep.
And then you're going to have another big break, right? For Christmas, New Year's. What does that look like for you?
Right.
The preparation. The key to succeeding is in the preparation.
Yes.
Right.
Like 500%. Like if we could drill home anything, is that you have to prepare to take your time off. Like we should all be resting. Okay. We should all be resting on a regular basis, but like long-term rest is earned. Yeah. Like when you are saying like, I'm going very minimal Thanksgiving week. It's like, okay, well, what did you do to prepare your business to go very minimal for Thanksgiving break? Because trust me, you guys, I'm not taking all next week off with nothing done.
Yeah.
Like things are scheduled. There's a plan in place. I'm enveloping my business with closing orders before and after, right? You have to prepare to take those like breaks in your business. And scheduling posts is a really great way to do that. Okay. And another great tip for your VIP group or just social media or just content in general, because it is very important that we put out user generated content. Okay. Scentsy, I always say, like, treat your VIP group as it's a lifestyle blog. Okay. And that is because Scentsy is a lifestyle product. You see, we have diffusers and warmers and cleaning, my fingers. It's so hard. I don't know. Cleaning products and kid products and car products. We have products for every single part of your life. Even just the items you get in your starter kit prove that Scentsy is a lifestyle brand, meaning we should be using the products in our lives. We find amazing, beautiful pictures from other consultants, and that is good and great and very helpful. Okay. But your customers want to know what you're using and what you're loving and how that makes you feel. Okay. Your customers are going to connect with you when they see your face holding up a Scentsy bar, or they see your home. They see your kid on a bed, your pet on a bed, right? With a warmer in the background. I can guarantee that my customers can see a photo from almost any angle in my apartment and know that it's from my apartment. They don't have to see who posted it. They don't have to see the words that I'm saying. They can say, oh, I know this is in Alex's living room. Oh, I know that's Alex's bed. I know that's Alex's backsplash, because I take pictures in my home of the products that I'm using and loving. Okay. So I really want to encourage you guys, if you're not already taking a lot of user generated content photos, to do that. Okay. Your home doesn't have to be perfect. No. Shove the mess out of the way and take the picture over here. Okay. Like, it truly is a game changer. Okay. And then to take it even further, I want to really encourage you guys to do what I call batch photography. Okay. That means on a day that you're home from work or you have some extra time and you just cleaned up, you just tidied up. Okay. And you're changing your wax, go take a picture of it in this warmer and that warmer and from this angle and this angle, right? Your kitchen is tidy. Go hold a bottle of counter clean and take a picture where your kitchen's in the background. Same for your bathroom with the bathroom cleaner. Okay. Hold that car bar in your car and take a picture of it. Have your kid hold the buddy and snap a picture of it. Hold the catalog, take a picture of it. Open the catalog to the bundle and save page and put it on your desk and take a picture of it. Okay. Put new pods in your fan and take a picture of it. And go do all of that on one day when the sun is shining bright and you have your makeup on and you're feeling cute. And then take it further. Go change your shirt and put on a different headband and go snap some other pictures. Okay. And then go outside and take a picture of your Scentsy Go in your hand, right? Like, do you need more ideas? Should I keep going?
I was just thinking, like, go outside, lay in the grass.
Like, go and take a bunch of pictures. Yeah. I find that creativity for posts, photography, typing up captions, it comes in batches. You are not, and that's normal. Yeah. You're not always just the super creative person. Yeah. Okay. And so when you are, that's when you need to do as much as you can on the creative side of things. Go take as many pictures as you can. Go write as many posts as you can, because that creativity is fleeting. Yes. So when you have it, you need to utilize that. Yeah. Okay. And so doing that, taking batch photos, scheduling posts in batches, planning your content in batches, that is all going to help you stay consistent in your VIP group.
And taking it a step further, since we just learned about boards, what I was just thinking about would be good is if you created a board for like theme days and went in there, posted a bunch of pictures of all these wax pictures, warmer pictures, whatever. And then, like just have, and then you just have all these pictures. And then if you go in there and maybe create a couple captions, whatever. Yeah. And then you just have them on the days and you can just easily import that into your social media.
Yeah. I love that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally. I'm doing that.
So many ideas. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And I think you'll find, like, as you get your groove in your VIP group, that it's a really sweet space for you and your customers and building relationships. Because to echo what Bree said at the beginning, your people are wanting to be there.
Right.
You're inviting them there and they're saying yes. So they know that that's a place for all Scentsy. They know what they're getting when they're in there. And so gifting them a valuable time in there is going to be really good for that relationship that you're building. Because again, Scentsy is a lifestyle brand, but it's also very much a relationship business. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's super important that that's kind of what you focus on. And I find when you do focus on that, you're going to really love spending time in that space.